Yield my time to fellow Greenwich resident, Mr. Lindy Urso, a lifelong Connecticut resident, a veteran of our Connecticut National Guard, a father of 3 school-age sons, and a member of Informed Choice Connecticut and Health Choice Connecticut. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Good morning. Let me start by talking about what a sham this whole process is. Representative Steinberg, Senator Abrams. First, you are ignoring a petition that now has 15,000 Connecticut resident signatures merely asking to shelve this enormously consequential bill until such time as you can have a real in-person hearing. Next, we're in the middle of this COVID pandemic with its countless public health challenges, and you people are making this committee's #1 priority what is by far the most controversial issue probably ever before this committee. And you're doing so despite the fact that the DPH released exemption numbers from last school year, 1920, that show the use of both the religious exemption and medical exemption have gone down. And it has nothing to do with COVID because the exemptions were due September of 19, the beginning of the school year. So our overall vaccination rate is somewhere around 98%, got to be among highest in the nation and well above the CDC's goal of 95%. So in short, you're proposing this draconian solution to a problem that doesn't exist. So why are we here attempting to desecrate one of the first freedoms that our forefathers came to this world seeking to exercise? Another remarkable thing about this your blind determination to pass this obviously farmer-driven bill is that it's brought 2 firsts to the State House. Last year, we had the longest-running public hearing in Connecticut legislative history. And this year, for the first time ever, you have put a time limit, a cap, on the public hearing. So you can avoid looking at your constituents in the eyes. I can't even see you right now with this ridiculous process as you attempt to destroy their children and their lives virtually. But you're disenfranchising the majority of the 2,000 people that have signed up to the hearing. Perhaps worst of all, you're pressing ahead with this bill at a time when all children in the state have already suffered immeasurable psychological harm from the pandemic. Here you are kicking while they're already down hundreds, if not thousands of children who will be forcibly removed from schools and likely uprooted from the state if this corrupt, filthy piece of un-American pharma-bought garbage makes it to Ned Lamont's desk. And who's the driver of this tyrannical bus? House Speaker Matt Ritter, your boss, who's been pushing for the removal of this exemption since he became a partner at the pharma law firm of Shipman and Goodwin a few years back. Thank you. Not coincidentally, his father runs the largest lobbying firm in the state, and they represent...
I'm going to stop you now, sir. We're not interested in personal attacks on members of the legislature.
It's not a personal attack.
You need to maintain civility. If you do not stop attacking individual members of the legislature, we will mute you going forward. I'm sorry, sir. It's inappropriate. That is disrespectful and inappropriate, and that is the rule of the chair.
Very well. It's just conflict information, but that's fine. Ritter is also on record in the Journal Inquirer.
I'll ask you to stop talking about members of the legislature in that fashion. If you do not stop, your testimony is now over, sir.
You don't want to hear me. When did the Democrat Party become the party against the free exercise of religion and medical freedom? When did the Democrat Party decide my body, my choice only applies to abortion? When did your party decide to abandon civil liberties? When did the Democrat Party giddily jump inside the enormous deep pockets of Big Pharma? There's no good reason to pass either of these unscientific, unnecessary, unconscionable, and unconstitutional bills. Vaccine mandates and religious exemptions can coexist as they have done.
Sir, you were asked to conclude your remarks
60 years.
Well over a minute ago, and you're still not concluding your remarks.
Well, you interrupt me. One more point. Please, I ask everyone, surprise your party leaders, do what's right, stand up for religious liberty, equal access to public schools, for human rights and bioethics. As John Adams once wrote most poignantly,
I'm sorry, sir, your time is now up.
Once lost is lost forever. Thank you.
Before I get to questions,